Welcome back to Prime Time, y'all, and I'm back at it again with another story time. But before we get into the story time, go ahead and get your meal, your drink, your blunts, or your snack, and tell your man or sneaky link that you will have to call him back because Prime just dropped a new story time. Now, y'all, before y'all come at me, I know it's been a minute, okay? Maybe I've been going through some things, but you finna see, okay? But anyway, without further ado, baby, let's just hop right into the story time, shall we? So, baby, I feel like this gonna be the last part to the Puerto Rican. No shade. This gonna be the final part because the next time y'all hear about the Puerto Rican, it's most likely gonna be on the live or whatever. Because anyway, let's just go ahead and hop right into it. I don't want to do too much rambling. Y'all know how I like to get. But if you're new here, baby, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you gonna want to come back, okay? But anyway, so y'all, this story time takes place October 23rd. You know, it's late October. Y'all probably like, dang, like, what's up with the time jump with the Puerto Rican? And that's the thing, like, the Puerto Rican wasn't hitting me up. Every time I hit the Puerto Rican up, he was busy and stuff like that. I'm like, damn. So, you know, I'm hitting him up. I'm like, hey, you know what you doing? You free? This, that, and the third. He like, oh, I got work. Or I won't be free until later. And y'all know how I get, like, I'm free in the morning times. Or I was free in the morning times. Or, you know, the early afternoons and stuff like that. But he wasn't available. So I'm like, damn, like, I'm not trying to be hunching at Batman hours. Like, I'm trying to get my morning wood out the way and go about my day. So, he was just never free. So then we enter a time period, y'all, of the Puerto Rican. He's just not hitting me up. Okay, I'm like, damn, like, a few days go by, nothing. A week go by, nothing. 2 weeks go by, nothing. Come the third week, I'm telling myself, okay, once we get to a month of me and him not communicating, it's a chop. Because I don't know about y'all, but my hoes, they got a 1 month time period with me. If I don't hear from you within a month, it's a child. You got to get cut loose, and I got to replace you and put somebody else on my roster, okay? Because we got very, very limited space, all right? So if I don't hear from you within a month, or we can't, you know, link up within a month, it's a chop. I got to put somebody else on the board, okay? So comes that 3 weeks, I'm like, okay, once that month hit, it's a wrap. Bitch, tell me why we hit a month. So y'all like, y'all, you cut his ass off. Not yet. I wasn't finna cut his ass off yet because I was about to make, you know, part 4. Which actually, this gonna be part 5 because I feel like part 4 wasn't as juicy. If we wouldn't have never linked up this time that I'm about to tell y'all, then I would have gave y'all part 4 and it just would have been a cute little one too. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like part 4 is juicy enough for a story time compared to part 5. So I'm gonna just make part 5 part 4. Does that make sense? Okay. So, we hit a month. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, at this point, it's a Friday. I told myself once I make that story time, he getting cut off. I'm finna send him the story time and tell him everything. Like, yeah, it's a chop. And then he, you know, he getting added type shit, you know. Boom, bada boom, bada boom. So, that Friday, bitch, he hits me up. I'm like, oh, bitch. He talking about some, hey, like, just out the blue. I'm like, oh, bitch, he had 2 more days. Do you know you had 30 minutes? Yes, 30 minutes. Like, he literally had 30 minutes. Like, I don't know. Maybe something in his gut, his spirit, his intuition was like, yeah, let me hit this motherfucker up before he get rid of me. Because he knew, he must have knew. But anyway, you know, I respond back. I'm like, hey, like, where the fuck you been? Like, it's been a whole month. I ain't hear from you, this, that, and the third. He's like, oh, my bad. You know, I was waiting on you to hit me up, this, that. And I'm like, why the fuck would I hit you up? Like, explain that. Because every time I hit you up, you talking about you busy. You got this going on. You got this going on. This, that, and the third. He's like, oh, you right. And I'm like, I told you how my schedule was like. You know, I used to have a lot of time on my motherfucking hands. So, that means you hit me up. Since you the busy motherfucker, right? He like, I guess you right. Yeah, I'm sorry. This, that. Mind you, like, he not really saying it how I'm saying it. I'm just kind of like making it make sense for y'all because, like I said, he not really the best at English. Like, You know, that's which is fine, but I just want to make it make sense for y'all. You're like, oh, you know, my bad, this, that, and the third. I'm like, yeah, okay, but this look like it's gonna be a child because I haven't seen you in a month. And I was like, okay, so what you got going on today? Because, you know, he like, oh, you know, actually I'm free. Like, can I see you at such and such? Like, can you pull up to my crib? I'm like, pull up to your crib? Because, y'all, I ain't never been to his crib before. Because he also say that he just got a new place. So I was like, oh, so you want me at the new place? On top of me going to your crib at the first time? I'm like, damn. Because every time me in Puerto Rico done linked, it has been over here, right? So he like, yeah, you know, next to me at my place, I just got a new place, this, that, and the third, right? I'm like, okay, cool. Mind y'all know that the Puerto Rican told me in the last few parts that, you know, he was in a relationship, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like, okay, do I really want to go over here? Because, you know, I don't want to get stabbed, shot, whatever, or beat up. Because I know you're in a relationship or whatever. I'm like, so your person gonna be gone? He like, yeah, like, it's gonna have to play some stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. Okay, cool. So, you know, I'm already freshly out the motherfucking shower, right? Because once he had first text me as soon as I got out the shower and I was like doing my hair, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. So by the time we got done texting to the point of like, okay, let's link up, like, baby, I was fully dressed, you know, moisturized down. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I could pull up now. He like, yeah, pull up now. Like, I'm ready now. I'm like, okay, cool. Y'all, I pulls up. The outside is like connected to like some other buildings. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it wasn't like no apartment complex. I don't really know how to, what's those things called? A duplex? I don't know, y'all. It was different. It was like one of those places where like the door's downstairs and then as soon as you open the door, you go all the way upstairs. And that's your like space. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Y'all know I don't be knowing what the fuck be going on sometimes with these places or whatever. Y'all know. But anyway. So, boom. I'm like, I get there. I pulls up. He not there. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought he was ready. He like, oh, yeah. I'm 2 minutes away. Why the fuck? Like, don't get me wrong. I wasn't rushing. But I hate when motherfuckers tell me a certain time or they talking about they ready and they not really fucking ready. I'm like, oh my God, he got 2 minutes exactly. Because if he don't pull up in 2 minutes, I'm finna pull off. Because mind you, y'all, it's getting a little cold outside. It's October. Okay, it's getting a little cold. Even though it's still on the warmer side, it's getting a little cold. I still had like on some shorts and a t-shirt. Because, you know, it was enough like 60 degrees is cold to me. I'm sorry. 60. Who the fuck is honking? Anyway, 60 degrees is cold. Bitch, hold on. Anyways, so, like I was motherfucking saying, 60 degrees is cold to a bitch. But, so I was like, look, I'm finna go back and go drive back home if he don't come in these 2 minutes, right? But he really pulls up in those 2 minutes. I'm like, okay, boom, he gets out the car. You know, I'm just watching. Because I'm not finna hop out and be like, hey, what's up? Like, nah, fuck that. Or I'm not just finna wait by his door. So I'm just watching. I'm peeping. I'm not scoping the scene out. So he texted me. He like, where you at? Because I guess he was just expecting me to just be standing there by the door like, what? No. I'm like, I'm in my car. I'm like, here I come. So, you know, I walk up, you know, he's already on the other side of the door because he done went in, but he's still like at the door. He didn't go up yet. So I get there. He like, hey, what's up? You know, he in his work attire. You know, he working like this office spot or whatever, right? I'm like, he look good. He got his glasses on. He look very put together. Like, he smell good. He look good. Like that's a fine man. If y'all need me to reiterate how he look, hell no, I'm not gonna reiterate that shit. If you ain't watched the last parts, go watch the last parts. Which he was a cheater, grinder hookup go wrong. What the fuck I named the first one? I don't know. They gonna pop up on the top of these motherfucking screen. Anyway, so boom, he looking good. I'm like, damn, okay. Like, I forgot why the fuck I was even mad at this motherfucker in the first fucking place. Because he looks so goddamn good. So, we get up there. Walk up all the stairs and shit. You know, he telling me how his work was. Which, like I said, y'all, I really don't give him the fuck. Like, I don't know, like, I'm like, you got a whole partner tell your partner how the fuck work was. I'm the sneaky link, the side piece, the hook up. Like, why are you telling me how your fucking day, your workplace day was? You just need to tell me, oh, it was good, and keep it pushing. Mind you, I don't even be asking any goddamn way. He be giving off information for free. Anyway, I guess he likes small talk to make it comfortable. Anyway, so I get upstairs, bitch. I hear a bark. Bitch, I instantly turn around. It's a big ass German Shepherd, bitch, in the cage. Which I was like, whoo. Bitch, I was scared as fuck. That dog was big. He like, oh, that's Kira. I'm like, oh, okay, it's a girl. That motherfucker big. Like, I'm like, oh, bitch, this dog can easily take me out. Like, it was a big ass dog. Mind you, it was a big ass cage. I'm like, this dog is big, and you got this big ass dog, and I'm not gonna say it was a little place, but that dog need a house. That dog is too damn big. It needs to be running around in a motherfucking field somewhere. It was just too damn big. Anyway, he like, I'm like, I don't want to pet the dog. I'm like, oh, hey, Kira, Kira started whimpering shit. She ready to get out the cage. I'm like, clearly she done been in this cage since whatever fucking time he left for work. I'm guessing early, because last time I checked, he go to work at like the 8 o'clock hour. At this point, y'all, it's like 4 o'clock. So this big ass dog done been in this cage all this goddamn time. But anyway, so I'm like, okay, cool. So boom. Mind you, y'all. Mind you, it's also dirty. It's like a pile of dishes in the sink. It's boxes everywhere. I'm like, okay, he really did move in this bitch, but like, did he really just move into this bitch? Because why is there so many fucking dishes in the sink? I don't know. Maybe because he was like, maybe because they was in a box and then he just put them all in the sink. But I kind of saw food on the dishes. Like, it looked nasty. I don't know. I don't know. But it was just a whole bunch of dishes that, like, it looked a mess. It looked a mess. So he ended up giving me like an apartment tour or whatever. I'm like, okay, oh, you got a washer and dryer in this bitch? Oh, that's nice. Okay, he showed me his washer and dryer. He showed me his little office room, his bedroom. I'm like, okay, cool. He showed me his bathroom. Bathroom cute. 2 sinks. I'm like, okay, period. Like, it's nice in this motherfucker. Like, if you really get this motherfucker together, it's gonna be real beautiful in here. Okay? So, we go to the bedroom again, I'm just looking around. Because pretty much while he's giving me this apartment tour, I'm looking around for evidence of this other partner. But, I'm kind of just like, maybe she a woman. Because he ain't never showed me no pictures. And he done came over my place so many times and saw this motherfucking picture on the wall. So, he know who the fuck I'm with. But I'm like, who the fuck is he with? So, I'm curious. I'm looking around like, I ain't seeing no signs on no woman. So, maybe he was telling the truth that he was with, another man. So, I'm like, okay, cool. So, I'm looking. I'm like, okay. I'm trying to scope out the scene, trying to see if I'm going to see some pictures or something. Baby, I don't see no pictures. Maybe they still in the box, or maybe they just don't take pictures. He did say he don't really fuck with him like that. So, I clearly not he don't fuck with them like that if he cheating on him. But anyway, that ain't none of my motherfucking business. So, boom. He's talking about he got to use the bathroom. I'm like, cool, go ahead, use the bathroom. While he using the bathroom, I'm being a little nosy. So, I'm looking through the drawers, I'm looking in the closet. I'm like, oh, shit. I even look under the bed. Because why the fuck not? I'm like, I'm just scoping to see. Mind you, he got some money on the dresser. I'm like, okay, I could take this money if I want, but I ain't no broke ass bitch. So, I left it there. So, I'm just scoping to see. And then I find some cock rings. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, maybe he really is with a man because I don't know. Well, the man I know, usually, the gay males be using the cock rings. I don't know about the heteros. I don't think y'all be using those, but majority of gay men be using cock rings, or a good chunk of them. So once I saw it was some cock rings in there, I'm like, okay, yeah, it is a man for sure, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. He comes out the bathroom. I'm like, let me use the bathroom too, because now I gotta pee. Because he done gave me this tour, did all this talking, like, I done been here for a minute. That water bottle I drunk on the way here is starting to kick in, bitch. Go pee. Now I'm scoping the bathroom out for real. Looking in the drawers. I'm like, yeah, it's a man in here for real. I don't see no feminine products. No Vagisil. I don't see nothing. No perfume, nothing. I'm like, okay, cool. Because One thing, I don't want to be fucking on no woman's pH balance. Y'all know. If you done been watching me, I don't like to fuck up women's pH balances, okay? If I find out you fucking with a woman, it's almost kind of like an instant chop for me. At least now. So I'm like, okay, cool. Get up pissing, wash my hands, go back in the room. He get naked. I'm like, okay, period. Like, finally, we get down to the program. No more talking. I get undressed. We get on his bed, which is not even fixed. It's a little bit messy, but it ain't dirty or whatever. We get on the bed, you know. We start making out. You know, I'm touching on his bald head. I don't know. A lot of people don't like bald heads. I love a good little bald head. Like, love a little soft bald head. Little skinny head. Just, ooh, I don't know. It's something about it. And, you know, I rubbing on his face. You know, his stubble and stuff. You know, we kissing. Like I told y'all, he has some nice motherfucking lips in other parts, right? We kissing. I'm rubbing on his body. He rubbing on my body. He like, you got a condom? I'm like, hell no. He like, it's a condom on my dresser. I'm like, okay, cool, period. But then I was like, hold on. I didn't douche, so can I fuck you? And so he took a pause. He was like, oh, I don't know if it's clean. I'm like, well, I don't know. So what we gonna do? He like, well, we could try. So I'm like, okay, period. So we kissing, you know. I give him a little bit of head, you know. I go down on him, and he smelled good. He must have went in that bathroom and freshened up, because you've been at work all this time and this dick smelled fresh. It smelled like he just took a shower. So I'm like, was you really at work? What the fuck was you doing? Like, it didn't give like at work dick, which I was happy for. I'm like, period. Cool. Sucking the dick, you know, period. It's uncut. I'm like, okay. Sucking on that motherfucker like a little rocket popsicle. You know, he moaning, doing all this. Mind you, the dog was low-key turning me off while I was sucking his dick, because I can hear the dog in the motherfucking living room area whining and shit. I'm like, damn, let me hurry up. This dog probably got to pee. He ain't even take the goddamn dog out, so now I'm starting to feel bad for the goddamn dog. So, boom. You know, I get up. We go back to kissing. You know, I'm talking freaky, like, oh, you love the way you taste type shit. He like, yeah, like, I love tasting myself on you. And I'm like, oh, okay, you a freak. So then he go down on me. He's sucking me off. Y'all, I don't know what possessed him this day, but he was giving some good head. I was impressed. I was like, okay. The way he was sucking on my meat, baby, it was almost like he was hungry. I'm like, damn, like, baby, it's not finna run away. It's not finna run away. I mean, he was doing his big one, so I had to pull him up like, hold on. You finna pull something out of me. And I ain't ready just yet. So, boom, you know, I put the condom on. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, it's a cute little condom. It's red. I'm like, damn. So I asked him, does this condom glow in the dark? He like, no. I'm like, oh, okay. Which it ain't even dark anyway. But I was just curious. I'm like, at this point, because if this condom could glow in the dark, I want to see. So, you know, I put the condom on. You know what I'm saying? He put some lube on my dick. He put some lube on himself. You know, I'm stroking the lube on myself to really, you know, get it nice and wet. He's stroking the lube on his, you know, booty cheeks, getting it nice and wet, his booty hole. You know, and then, you know, he kind of like goes down on me, like real slow, because at this point, he on top of me. I'm laying on the bed. You know, he's about to ride me, y'all. Gets on top of me, y'all. All goes all the way down. And we like, who? So he just sits there. He like, hold on, wait. I'm like, look, Nug, I understand. I'm gonna give you your time to breathe. I ain't one of those rough tops that, nah, baby, I like to take my time. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how it feels. I feel like for you to make a good top, you gotta also have to have bottomed a few times so you can understand both sides. So when you on that side, you know what not to do and what to do. Okay, so I feel like I'm a badass top because I know how it feels to bottom as well. Shout out to my verses, y'all. But anyway, verse king. But anyway, so, you know, we wait about like a good 10 seconds. We kissing. And then, you know, he starts to move up and down. I'm like, okay, you doing his big one. And y'all, once he finally really come up from the kissing, and I'm just looking at his dick hard and just leaking pre-cum. I'm like, damn. It looks so good, y'all. The way he was just bouncing on me and his dick was just Yeah, I was loving it. I was. And usually since he always in the top position, you know, I ain't never heard these sounds coming from him. Like, y'all, he was moaning. Like, I mean, but it was a different type of moan. I was like, oh wow. Okay. Like, you know, it was more higher pitch. I'm like, oh snap, are you okay? So that was also turning me on. Then he was rubbing on my nipples, and y'all, my nipples is my weakness. You start touching on these, oh baby, I won't last too much longer. These is like my buttons. Like, it really gets me going. Okay, so he doing what he's supposed to do, just boom, boom, boom. So then he gets tired, you know, his knees or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. He like, oh, you want to do the side position? I'm like, oh, you know about that side position? Because, you know, usually me and my man be doing that. I ain't never did that, you know. It's been a minute since I did that with somebody else besides my man. So I'm like, oh, you want to do the side position? She's like, yeah, I love the side position. I'm like, shit, me too. So boom, y'all. We get in the motherfucking side position. And, you know, I'm just stroking it. You know, he like doing this, you know, caressing my hair and stuff like that. He trying to run his fingers through my hair, but, you know, my shit's so kinky, baby. He ain't getting through this. Okay? He ain't getting through this. Mind you, my hair was all greased up, so I really don't like when people touch my hair. But since we was like hunching, I'm like, look, I'm gonna let it slide. Plus, I knew I was doing my big one. So we do a little bit of that, you know. While I'm stroking him from the side, you know, I'm also stroking that man meat in the front. And he starts saying man meat. I done said the D word too many times. I'm probably not going to get paid off this video, y'all. But, you know, I start stroking his man meat or whatever. He like, oh, stop, you know, I'm going to come. I'm like, okay, cool, let me stop. So then, you know, I start stroking him, and, you know, I start stroking. And then we going missionary. I'm like, okay, cool. Which he couldn't take it at missionary, which I totally understood. I feel like when you were getting missionary, baby, you feeling every inch. Because there's no cheek stopping nothing. So, look, I did about 2-3 strokes in. He like, oh, we can't do this. I'm like, period. I'm like, okay. We working with some. So, I'm like, well, can you ride it again? Because you was doing real good. A little bit more of that, baby. I'm finna blow. Especially if you rub my nipples. Yeah, it's gonna be over. So, y'all, he get back on top of me, mind you. Now, his man me, it's harder than ever now, baby. It's not really bouncing like it was earlier when he was on top of it. Now, it's almost like, it's bouncing up. It's bouncing up and down because it's so hard right now. I'm like, oh, you know, pre-cum, you know, starting to fill up my belly button. I'm like, oh, wait. So, he doing a little bit of that. He talking nasty. I'm talking nasty. And then, you know, he rubbed my nipples. Y'all, I want to say a good 2 minutes of that. He doing that. I'm like, I'm about to nut. Baby, I nut in the condom. As soon as I nutted, he started stroking himself on top of me. I'm like, oh shit, is he about to blow on me? So, I'm really still turned on, but I'm kind of scared because I'm like, ooh, the last thing I want is to get shot in my eye. Because I don't know if you ever got some nut in your eye, bitch. That's your motherfucking eye be on fire for a while, bitch. So I'm kind of scared because I'm like, oh my God. I'm trying to think about the last times we done smashed. Was he a shooter? You know, a gusher? I don't know. So I'm scared. I'm contemplating. Then I hear, I'm about to come. I'm like, so, you know, I'm like, I'm trying to prepare myself because I just really don't want to get shot in my eyes, y'all. I really don't, but I also want to see it. So I'm like, we're going to judge it based off this first shot, right? So I'm kind of just like, so, you know, he started gushing all over my stomach. I'm like, okay, cool. Because I just didn't want to get shot in my face, my eye. I just didn't want to do that. I'm sorry. I was just so scared. Like, once you done had it in your eye, you know what the deal is. Let me know. Because am I the only one who's scared of that? That's why I really don't like getting shot on the face. Like, I don't really like those facials. I just, it's not really for me. Plus, I'll be breaking out. I don't like that. They say it's good for the skin. I don't think it is. At least not for my eyes. So, you know, he filling up my belly button with like, come now. So my belly button is just nasty. It's just nasty. Like, my whole stomach look like a toaster strudel. He finally gets off me. The condom is filled up because, you know, it's been like a good 2 days since I done let it go. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I'll take the condom off. You know, he's talking about just put the condom on the floor. I'm like, oh, just throw it on the floor. Ooh. Drop the condom, that motherfucker. I'm like, oof. Well, now you're going to have to a whole mess to clean up because now it done came out. Like, I probably should have just laid it on the ground, but fuck that. But anyway. So I go to the bathroom, clean up. Then all of a sudden he get a phone call. So at this point now I'm scared because I'm like, who the fuck is he on the phone with? Could he not have waited until like I got the fuck up out of here? But anyway, I clean myself off in the bathroom, come back to the room. He's still on the motherfucking phone now. He in the motherfucking bathroom cleaning his motherfucking self up. I'm putting back on my motherfucking clothes. Boom, 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 boom. He's still on the motherfucking phone. I'm kind of just like, damn, okay, so like, do I just leave? Because I don't want to just leave and then it's like, damn, I want to leave without saying goodbye. But I'm just waiting on him to get off this phone. So I'm trying to like peep the conversation. But like, they talking in Spanish, so I really don't know what the fuck they talking about. So I'm like, shit. So anyway, but I'm listening. I'm like, oh, that sounds like a woman voice. So then that gets me thinking like, I hope that ain't his. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't seen no female products. But anyway, he ended up hanging up on her because I gave him this look like, okay, bitch, I'm about to leave. So he hung up on her like just her. She was literally talking. I don't know what the fuck she was saying, but mid-sentence, he hung up on her ass. He's like, that's just my friend. I'm gonna call her back. I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go. You know, I give him a hug. He like, okay, I can't wait to see you again. I'm like, you better hit me up because if I don't see you, you got another month's notice. But especially on that month, you getting blocked. He like, okay, like I'm gonna hit you up. I'm like, okay, you better. So you know, Kira's still whimpering. He looking at me like he want me to pat her. I'm like, fuck no, I don't want to stick my hand in there. And then she rip my shit off. It's gone. So I'm like, bye, Kira. You know, she's still whimpering. I'm like, take this dog for a walk. He like, yeah, I'm about to take her for a walk as soon as you leave. Okay, cool. And he starts to get ready to open the catch. I'm like, hold on. Let me leave first. I don't want her to bum rush me. Let me leave. He like, okay, cool. So, you know, I go down the stairs. And y'all leave. And we just gonna end off this part, okay? But I'm serious. The next time y'all hear about the Puerto Rican, Alexa's a really juicy story time. Like, it gotta be real juicy for it to be another Puerto Rican story time. But if not, the next time y'all hear about the Puerto Rican, it's pretty much be me like, I ain't gonna say too much. On live. Most likely on live because he been acting kind of funny. But if you make it through this whole story time, baby, I love you. And make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and please hit the notification bell on the side so you will be notified the next time I upload. And I'll catch you next time on another Prime Time. And we out.